Well, hello there, Virgo. How are you? It is so good to see you. I'm Mary Sue, and I'm so grateful that you're here. So, today we are doing your mid January reading. This is good from now until mid February. So, we'll take a look first at the overall energies with the oracle cards, and then we'll go to the tarot for some more details. And I do have your 2025 reading up. So, I have a link to that at the end of this video. You may want to go check that out. And so let's jump into it. Let's see what is on the horizon for you this next month. Elephant spirit, learn from the past. And wise leader, wow, you are a beacon for others. That is your energy, your hermit energy. Understanding, right, that you are holding the lantern, you are holding the light for others. There's something strong about understanding that you had to go through perhaps some situation in the past that helped you to step into the energy of being the wise one, the healer, right? So maybe you had to go through some difficult breakup or a health issue or your business failure or career path change, something dramatic perhaps in your life, in order to be able to go in and heal yourself. Okay, there's a sense of healing yourself, but learning more through that experience. We cannot be a healer until we step onto a path of healing ourselves. And once we do that healing, and I'm going to jump, you do have mending. This card has really been coming out lately. 10 of Cups and new life. My goodness. Community. For some of you, you could be either building a new community, you could be returning to a community that, maybe for some reason or another, you left for some time and now returning to it. There's something, though, that it's kind of like the hero's journey, Joseph Campbell's hero's journey, right? Like you had to go out on this journey by yourself. You see, she's not with anybody. You had to go gain that experience, that wisdom, and so that you could come back and be a leader for other people. Wow. Beautiful. This is all fated. This is destined for you. Okay, now I'm also going to say, I put up a reading on Saturday because the North Node moved into Pisces and the South Node into Virgo. So your energy is really playing out for the collective for the next 18 months. We'll have this nodal transit. This is the energy of overcoming, okay? Oh my gosh, learn from the past. This is your past lives too. So, oh my gosh, like this is, I have, oh my gosh. And then look at this. You have the temple path. This is part of your spiritual energy. Okay, so Virgo, so much coming in. Okay, so we just had the nodal transit, and in that, the South Node moved into a Virgo. So the South Node in Virgo means that we're bringing with us the shadow elements of our previous life, okay? And especially any shadow elements that are part of all of us have Virgo shadow elements, right? So these are the energies of overanalyzing, analysis paralysis, being overly critical of others or ourselves, perfectionism, of either expecting that of ourselves or of others. So if you have been triggered lately, right, and this is for the collective, not just you, but because you are Virgo energy, right, this is going to play out even more so for you for the next 18 months. Wherever you are being triggered of being perhaps overly critical or perfectionistic of yourself or of others, right, or unable to make a decision because you're overanalyzing every single option. These situations especially are coming from previous lifetimes and perhaps in this lifetime, in your past. This is the energy. The first card out is here and now, but it's about being present, not judging, okay, in a way, your options, yourself or others. based on the past. This is almost like you're allowing yourself to have a fresh start and not allow the past to dictate who you are, right? And how you are going to proceed as you move forward. It's not about dismissing what has happened in the past, but it's gaining the wisdom out of what has happened in the past. It's allowing yourself to forgive others, to forgive yourself for things that have happened in the past, because you're understanding from a spiritual perspective, right, that it's the lesson. You had to go through that experience to become the wise leader, to become the healer, to become the wise one that can help show the way for other people. So forgiveness is, we sometimes struggle with the idea of forgiving people, especially people that have really hurt us in the past. But forgiveness isn't for the other person. Forgiveness is for ourselves, right? It's a gift we give ourselves when we allow ourselves to detach from the past of the pain. We see the blessing, the lesson, the insight that we gained through that experience, and then allow ourselves to detach from the pain. That's what forgiveness is all about. One of the best ways to overcome this, or to allow yourself to move into the energy of forgiveness for yourself and others, and sometimes Virgo, your energy, right? You can be even more critical of yourself than others, right? So allowing yourself to move out any criticism you may have of yourself, or judgment you may have of yourself, or guilt or shame out of things that you have done in the past. This is all the energy that we're all going through right now between the end of this Capricorn season and that full moon in Cancer that we just had. It's kind of like, okay, I'm allowing myself to release any of those energies around pain, resentment, anger, guilt, or shame, right? Allowing myself to move forward. Yeah, it is. It's about, look, and judgment. See, this is like allowing yourself to understand, I can see this situation in a different way if I allow myself to drop the judgments, right, of what other people have done. Understanding that no one can totally understand what somebody else is going through. We can think we can, right? But sometimes we judge based from our perception instead of understanding that that person has their own perception of the situation and their own truths. And sometimes we get too caught up in judging other people or situations or ourselves, okay, through this clouded mind, instead of having clarity. Yeah, look at this. The Knight of Cups and the Ace of Cups. Allowing yourself to say, I'm living the world in a new way. I'm allowing myself to see that when we're judgmental, it's really because our fears are preventing us from seeing the loving side of another person or the loving side of ourselves. Think, Virgo, there's something really there about the way that you may be judging yourself, okay? So understanding, right, that if you haven't read the book, Love is Letting Go of Fear by Gerald Jampolsky, great book, because there's only two ways we can see situations. We can see them out of love, or we can see them out of fear. We can make decisions either out of love or fear. We can look at how other people may have acted or reacted out of love or out of fear. This is allowing yourself to say, if I don't want to be judged by other people in a harsh way, then I also have to allow myself to not judge others in a harsh way. And the way to do that is to try to look at people, situations, and ourselves with a sense of love instead of a sense of fear, because that is your energy. You're stepping into being present with knowing that you deserve to be loved. And to start that journey, right, we have to first love ourselves. And it's so interesting because loving ourselves, this is so interesting because when I was doing that nodal transit video, so please go watch that because this is really playing into your energy here. One of the things is that we sometimes confuse self-love and self-respect. So self-love, okay, is an energy of loving ourselves unconditionally, right? Allowing ourselves to know that we're still progressing, we're still evolving. We may not be there, right? But there's always more we can do. It's allowing ourselves to love ourselves for who we are at this time, and also love ourselves for the journey of moving towards our highest potential, right? And then at the same time, self-respect is those things that we do on a daily basis to show ourselves that we do love ourselves, but also to have a greater sense of stability in our life. Self-respect is like the foundation. Those are the things that we do on a daily basis to build a strong base for our dreams. Self-love is building that skyscraper of dreams, right? Self-respect is the foundation. You can't just build self-love without having self-respect. And self-respect is eating nutritiously. This is all in your house. This is you, Virgo, right? You're the sixth house of wellness and daily routines and work. It's kind of like, what am I doing on a daily basis? Where am I putting my time and energy? And is that a reflection of how much I love myself, or is that a reflection of not loving yourself, right? It's a little bit of coming to terms with that. Am I eating nutritiously? Am I getting my sleep, drinking my water, exercising, meditating, all the things that we do to take good care of ourselves physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually? Because that is part of it. When we allow ourselves to really respect ourselves, take good care of ourselves, right? Then we also start to step into this energy of loving ourselves and our inner child, and those that we want to connect with, have a deeper connection with. If you have been in previous love, romance, I'm going to say this is a little bit romantic, does not have to be, but a little bit of an energy of having connections in your life that were judgmental of you, right? That also maybe conditioned you to believe that love is based on judgments of what you are giving to the relationship, doing for the other person, or how you look, or how the world of romance works, or relationships. This is a little bit of understanding that a big part of it is how you are showing up authentically to the relationship, and not showing up in order to have a positive judgment of who you are. Wow. Because you really and truly, this is your outcome. Destiny. That is all about this nodal transit. Please go watch that video, because with the Pisces North Node, magical things are going to happen for us, but only when we allow ourselves to work through the Virgo shadow elements of overly criticizing ourselves or others. You know, all those things around judgment, right? Judging things or overly judging things. This is an energy of understanding the magic opens up for us. That Pisces magical energy opens up for us, takes us to our destiny. And you have intuition and manifestation when we're in our heart space, when we're making decisions on a daily basis based on love. Love for ourselves, right? Self-love, love for ourselves, self-respecting ourselves, and then also connecting to other people in a loving energy instead of a judgmental energy. This is fear. I'm protecting myself. I know it's hard after Pluto and Capricorn for 15 years. We've all put up these boundaries, right? But it's kind of like understanding that when we have self-respect, when we have self-love, our boundaries become more natural to us instead of, oh, wait a minute, I have to build this cement wall and protect myself from people. That's a very judgmental way of living, a very fearful way of living. I have to guard myself, protect myself from people instead of allowing myself to see their loving side and know at the same time that I'm protecting myself by respecting myself, by making decisions out of love for myself. Wow. It's all taking you to this beautiful energy. And then look, you have the building blocks. Building a life you love because you're allowing yourself to love yourself, to respect yourself, to take good care of yourself, to make decisions in a way of loving yourself, not worrying about what will other people think, right, or do or say because I'm making this decision. Wow, powerful, powerful energies coming through here. Thank you. Thank you for being the wise one, to allowing yourself to see the loving side of yourself, of others, and of any situations that may have occurred since 2008 while Pluto was in Capricorn. Okay, you're learning from it. You're taking the wisdom. You're allowing yourself to now share your wisdom with other people. Okay, let's go ahead and pull a soul truth card for you for some final advice. And Virgo, I do personal readings, so if you're interested, the link is in the description box below. I'd really be honored to do a reading for you. All right, does my life have room for more pleasure and play? Yes, you know, I'll have to say, one of the things, I have actually a Virgo North node, okay? So this next 18 months is a very pivotal point in my life, right? And it's learning how to work with this energy that is playing out for us at this time, not fighting it, right? And part of this learning could be that you're learning how to work with these astrological energies. But part of the thing is that I have some Virgos in my life that I love dearly. And one of the things is that there's almost like this energy of working really hard or playing really hard. It's about allowing yourself to have more of a balance and not feel like you're being judged totally on what you get done in the world, right? It's kind of like allowing yourself to have pleasure and play on a daily basis. Remember, this is all daily basis. So it could be that maybe you work really hard for 6 months and then you go on a 2-week vacation and do absolutely nothing. Okay, well, there's vacations are nice, okay? But there's also an energy here of understanding we can burn ourselves out when we think we have to work really hard or we're judged by what we're producing or creating or putting out into the world, right? Instead, it's kind of like, yes, I'm enjoying, this is getting back into finding pleasure in your work, but also allowing yourself to have time every day to play, where it's not based on what you're producing, right? It's just something that you're doing because you enjoy it, right? And that energy has really been coming out strong lately too. All right, Virgo, I'm going to leave it there. I love you so much. Thank you so much for all of your support by liking, commenting, and subscribing. And I hope to see you again really soon. Bye for now.